for a life of my own. I was too busy nursing mother and father. There was no one else.
Yes, I'm sorry.
It's a little bit late for that.
If there's anything I can do to help...
Look, I've just been thrown out of the only home that I ever had. And I've been given a week to find somewhere else. You have ignored me for the last 21 years. Well, now I'm here to collect what's owing to me. And I'm damn well going to get it.
What do you want me to do?
Buy the house for me.
I'd like to, but I can't. All my money's tied up at the moment.
You still manage to live rather well.
Oh, I don't mean I'm on the breadline. It's just that I've recently gained controlling interest in a company. I had to put myself in debt to do it. I don't have any spare cash.
Just my luck. First time I ask you for anything and you're not in a position to help.
I'm sorry, I would if I could.
I'm sure.
As soon as I can, I will buy you a place of your own.
Do you honestly expect me to believe that?
I've said I would.
Look, you promised to keep in touch the night you ran away with David, but that was 21 years ago. And even then it was only your son that brought us back together again. You didn't keep your promise then, so why should you keep it now?
I've said I will help, and I mean it.
When? I've got to move out of this house rather quickly.
Why don't you move in here until I can afford to buy you a place of your own? There's plenty of room. In fact, the decorators just finished a bedroom upstairs. The place is big enough for us to have as much or as little to do with each other as we please.
Why not? Didn't expect me to say yes, did you?
The offer was genuine.
Well, I have to move somewhere, so why not here? Until you can get me a place of my own.
Exactly. You know that list of decorators Mother gave me?
Oh, I found it.
No, she sent over another one. Can you have a look?
What about it?
Well, that company. I'm sure I know that number. I think it's Darren's.
You got his number?
Yeah, somewhere. Yeah, it is the same.
He never said his father was a decorator.
Oh, can't be his father. He's out of work. His mother. It's funny, you know, when I mentioned getting a professional in, he knocked the idea. I got the feeling he thought they were all a bunch of rip-off merchants.
Yeah, it's typical of some kids. They don't want to know about the jobs their parents do.
So why don't I try her? I mean, if the quote's good, I'd like to give her the job. It'd be nice to help with Darren's father out of work.
Look, I don't want you giving the job to somebody just because you feel sorry for them. And it's going to cost a lot of money. We want the best job for the best price.
I know that.
Yeah, all right. It's just that I know you. When it comes to being an old softy, you're worse than Beryl.
She's the right person for the job. She'll get it.
Good day.
I thought you'd be having a liquid lunch. I know what you're like when you go to the RSL.
I only had two. Oh, I'm sorry I'm late, Beryl. But I ran into an old army mate of mine, Les Davis. He tells me there's another mate of ours in town, by the name of Billy Woods, down here for the march. He's staying with his daughter and her family. Well, Les rang him and suggested we all get together and have a few beers. I've asked them both over here this hour. Hope you don't mind. A bit short notice.
Oh, I don't mind. Looks like I better do a bit of baking.
Oh, don't go to any trouble. I'll be happy with a few cans. Oh, I wouldn't say no to some savouries.
Who is this Bill Woods? I've never heard you mention him before.
It's a funny thing, I don't remember him. Les reckons I know him pretty well. Well, I'll probably all come back when I see him.
You ready?
Oh, I'll just wash up. Oh, I got that stuff to feed me meals with.
Well, where? I couldn't find it at the supermarket.
The corner store. Apparently they don't make it anymore, but they had 2 tins left. So I bought them both.
Well, it's lucky.
As soon as I've had my lunch, I'll get stuck into it. By the time Anzac Day comes, you'll be able to see my face in them.
I'm glad when Anzac Day's over. I wonder how many more times we're going to hear about his medals.
Sometimes I could hit you, David. The war was very important to him. You can't blame him for wanting to remember.
Oh, I suppose so.
No suppose about it.
I'll go down and get his beer for him at the pub.
As soon as you've got everything packed, give me a call and I'll get Wayne to collect you.
Thank you.
Any idea what time? Got a few things need doing.
Oh, 3 hours or so. Maybe late afternoon, around 5.
Okay.
Come out the back way, it's quicker. Thank you, Patricia. I'll get your room ready. Bye.
You're mad. She's just using you. Pulling one of those, you've got to look after me on one of the family routines.
That's the pot calling the kettle black. She's my sister, Wayne.
So what? You've ignored her for 20-odd years.
Oh, you wouldn't understand.
Try me.
Apparently Margaret looked after our parents for years. I did nothing, and I should have. She needs help now, and I want to do what I can. It's as simple as that.
Well, she didn't have to move in here. You could have put her in Jules' flat. That's empty.
I don't want to just fob her off. I feel I have to make it up to her for all those years.
Playing the Good Samaritan doesn't suit you, Mother.
Well, you'll just have to get used to it, Wayne, because she's right. I do owe her. And I want you to be civil to her.
Try.
Don't try, do it. Well, what do you think?
I think it's got great potential.
What about the price?
Shouldn't be any problems with the amount you've got to spend. All we do is cut a few corners and make sure we disguise them.
Well, we thought the walls might have to be replastered. They're not in very good shape.
I can see that. But we don't have to go to that expense. Use a heavily patterned wallpaper. You won't notice the bumps then. Something dark brown with orange birds. Don't you think, Mr. Keegan?
Oh, sure.
I think we should get away from the traditional, don't you?
Well, this room doesn't get much light. Dark brown might be a bit too depressing.
Oh, wait till I bring the sample books round. That'll give you a better idea. The floor should be something in the cork tile variety, agreed? If you drop a glass on cork, it's more inclined to bounce. Less breakages that way.
You excuse me, I've got a few things I have to do.
Oh, certainly. I'll just take some measurements. These old places are just wonderful. You can do so much with them. I just walk in and the ideas start flowing.
Oh, good. Would you like to have a coffee?
Oh, love one.
I'll just pop the kettle on.
I can't stand there with her. She keeps asking me questions. What do I know?
She's a saleswoman. Never a client. She's out to impress us. She certainly seems to know her job.
Now, this is a good-sized room for a kitchen. Often there's pokey little things in terraces.
How do you have your coffee, Mrs. Brooks?
Oh, black, thanks.
What?
Oh, no thanks. I'd better get over to Beryl. She'll think I'm not coming. I'll see you later, Mrs. Brooks.
Oh, yes, Mr. Keegan.
Won't be a minute.
All right.
Rob?
Well, you can handle people like her. I can't. I'll give you love to Beryl. See ya.
You must be letting Bill. They found
Hey. Oh, up a minute, fellas. What's the hands? I've been cleaning the old medals.
I'd like you to meet my wife, Beryl. Les and Bill.
How do you do? Now, which one is which?
Bill Woods.
I'm the good-looking one.
Hello.
And, where's my old mate, Dougie Bum?
Cairo Bill!
Mow me down.
Nice to see you.
Me too.
Really.
No wonder I didn't recognise the name, Les. Why didn't you tell me it was Cairo Bill? I don't think anyone used your proper name in those days.
No, Cairo Bill or nothing. Getting an early start, eh?